Hi guys, you're watching Math Rules with Shakari, and today's topic is going to be ratios for us. And let's get started. So, if you're in 6th grade, 7th grade, or whatever grade you're in, you're going to be seeing ratios in these waves. You won't be seeing all of them at the same time, but you'll see like each one at different times. But if you see one of these, it means the same thing. 1:5 it can equal to 1:5 or 1 out of 5 or 1/5. So let's get right into it. Our problems. So our example for today is going to be 1:8 or 1:8. So notice I've multiplied with 2 on both sides because that's a rule. Whatever we do to one side, we must always do to the other side in ratios. So for example, if you multiply by 2 on the left, you must also do it on the right. So if we do that, our answer will be 2:16. But if we do that our fraction way, if we do it our fraction way, we still get 2:16. But what we have to do is we cannot multiply with 2 over 1, even though it's 2. We have to multiply with 2 over 2, like we did over here. We only multiplied with 2. We did not multiply with the 1. So we only multiply with the 2, even if it's a fraction. And that will give us 2/16, which is very, very close, which is the same thing as 2:16, because if we go back to our examples, it's the same thing. A fraction and a ratio with the colon are the same thing. So that we cannot do it the other way, or the 1:5 way, because we just can't do this. I don't know why, but we just can't do it. My teachers never told me why. So let's get into our non-simplified our non-simplified ratio. So, okay. 28 is to 36. So this ratio can be simplified. So for these types of ratios, you can multiply or you can divide. That's because they're really big numbers, and even if you multiply, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna get a larger amount. But if you wanna recheck if that amount is correct, you're gonna have to resimplify it and see if it goes to your beginning ratio. The moment's gone. Okay. So we have our example 28 is to 36. Now we can do this in many ways. By many ways, I mean like, let's say 2. Yeah, there might be more, but I just want to do 2. They're like the most like obvious ways. So for one of them is like dividing with 4. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. Our colons are back. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. So we're left with the ratio of 7:9. That is one way of doing it, just dividing by 4. But another way is 28 is to 36. You might want me to make the figure. So we can divide it with 2. 28 divided by 2 is 14. Our colons are down. 36 divided by 2 is 18. And if we simplify this more, because we can, 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 18 divided by 2 is 9. So we are left with our same ratio of 7:9. So those are ways to do it. And yes. Or we could do it our fraction way. 28 over 36. Divided by 4 is 9. Divided by 4 is 7. Sorry, guys. My brain is not cooperating with me today. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So that is our answer. This gets us directly to the answer because we divided with a smaller number, with a bigger number. Because if we did it with 2, we would have to do an extra step. But if we did it with 4, which is a bigger number than 2, then we just got right to the answer. But if we try it with 2, 28 over 36, which equals 14, divided by 2 is 18, divided by 2 is 7, divided by 2 is 9. Okay, so 7 over 9, 7 is to 9, and 7:9, same thing as I already said. So that is an example. So I'm going to be giving you guys some problems. First, I'm going to start with the non-simplified ratios, and let's see if you can do it on your own. 1 is to 10, and let's multiply that with 5. And let's say 1 is to 15, and let's multiply that by 5. No, wait, let's make it a little tough. Let's try 8. And so next example, 1 is to 20 times 15. 1 is to 25. 3, let's give an easy one. So, you guys, I'll give you like 30 seconds to do this. So, start. Pause the video or, yes, pause the video and try to do these examples. Okay, guys, your 30 seconds are up. So let's get right into our examples. So our first problem was 1 is to 10, and we multiply that with 5. As our as the rule states, whatever we do to the left, we must also do to the right. So 1 times 5 is 5. 10 times 5 is 50. Next, 1 is to 15, and we multiply that by 8. 1 is to 15, and we multiply that by 8. 8 is to, what's 5? Okay, we're going to have to do some math here because who's going to memorize 15 times 8? Okay, like literally. Which is 120. So what's our next example? 1 is to 20 with 15. I'm going to have to move to the next page. 1 is to 20. And we multiply that with 15. And as we can see, 1 times 15 is 15. 20 times 15 is 300. So guys, basically for these ratios, you must know all your multiplication facts or it's going to be really hard for you guys. So please, 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 please know your multiplication facts if you want to do these ratio problems. Even for word problems, which is going to be coming up in our next videos. So what's after our next? 1 is to 20. 1 is to 25. 1 is to 25. And that, yeah, since we multiply by 3 times 3, 3 colon, 25 times 3 is 75. Okay, so you guys can check this, but I think it's correct. I mean, I know it's correct because I checked these problems before on a calculator, or I actually did them on paper before I said the answers. So let's try some 28/36 type problems. So let's say we have 20 is to 16. And for these types, just divide because I don't recommend multiplying these types. I mean, you do not want that headache because since these are big numbers, but they're practically easy because if you know your multiplication tables, yeah, but I do not want to do this. I do not recommend anyone trying to multiply these unless your teacher gives you, or unless you have to do it on a test or for homework. 15 is to 25. 30, whoops, that's bad. That is bad handwriting. 30 is to 20. 18 is to 15. No, let's not give 15. Let's give 10. We haven't done any 10s for long. And 2 is to, no, 12. 12 is to 18. 25 is to 30. So since there are a lot of problems for these guys, I'll give you 40 seconds this time. Okay guys, your time's up, so let's do these problems. So our first problem is 20 is to 16. So 20 is to 16, we can do this in two ways, but I'm only going to show you one of the ways, which is the quickest way. And I'm only showing you guys the quickest way because I want you guys to do the quickest way. That's like easier for competitive exams, because if you do it the slower way, not the harder way, if you do it the slower way, it will take you an extra step, which can cause you to lose a little bit of your time, which is still really bad if you're in a competitive exam. Or if you're just in an exam. So let's just do the easy way. And plus, by the way, it's more easier. It gets you directly to the answer. So 20 and 16 can be divided by what number to get us directly to the answer? Let's take 4. 5, 4. Can we divide this even further? Nope. That's our answer. Next problem, 15 is to 25. So, let's divide this with 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Box our answer. And you guys, you know when your ratio cannot be simplified even more is that they can't be simplified by either number. Like, you can check by going through your whole numbers, like 1 through 10. Or 1 through 12, or 1 through 20. You can check like 1, is it divisible by 1? No. Divisible by 2, but that will take a long time. So that's why I said you should always know your multiplication facts, because you don't want to do that. You just want to jump right at the answer. Sorry about that. You want to get right to the answer. So what's our next problem? 30 is to 20. 30 is to 20. We can divide this by 10. 3 is to 2. This one should be an obvious one. 18 is to 10. 18 is to 10. And if we divide this by 2, we get 10 divided by 2 is 9. 10 divided by 2 is 5. We're done here. Done here. Next, our next problem is 12 is to 18. 12 is to 18 divided by 2 is 6. Divided by 2 is 9. Divided by 2 is 3. Divided by 2 is, whoops. Sorry guys. Not divided by 3. Let's do the fastest way. What's that one? 3. Whoops. 4. Divided by 3 is 6. Divided by 2 is 2. Divided by 2 is 3. We get our answer to 3. That's our answer. So, next one is 25 is to 30. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Whoops. What's our next one? Oh, I guess that's the last problem. So 5, 6 is our answer. So, that's it for this video, and if you guys want some more problems, like you feel like you didn't get it, ask below in the comments, and we'll give you some problems and we'll explain them, or you can revisit this video to do those problems if you have any problems with those. And for now, thank you for watching this video, and if you learned something, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on what we should do next. And thank you guys, and bye. Math rules!